Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Banished. Now, as you can see, we are doing really well. Our cows are escaping. Right there, can you see him? He's escaping. Don't escape, cow, you cannot do this. You cannot do this to us. He's betraying us. No! We're going to look after you, and then, you know, slaughter all of your young. But we'll gloss over that bit. Right, so what we've got is we've got 8 crops and we've got 8 orchards. We are expanding our territory now. We want to make this town really, really big. We've got everything here. We've traded in everything. So all we need from the traders now is we want to kind of set up a permanent food supply later on. We will eventually do that. But we should have 8 orchards and we should have 8 crops, and we've got 3 animals as well. So we've got all the chickens over here. We've got 66 of 66 chickens. I've got 8 different crops in 8 different fields, and then we've got 3 orchards over here, and we've got 4 orchards up here. The only one that we don't have yet is the apple orchard, and that is the first one that we're going to make. So I'm going to speed that up to 5 times for a minute, and we're going to go into here. We're going to go to orchard right there, and I'm going to put the orchard just in this area right here. Like that, and it's a 15 by 15 is the maximum size of the orchard. That should be close enough to the barns there that they can be used. I will also build another barn because I think we need another barn. You can never have too many barns. So if we build another storage barn, and we'll put that one in there like that, and I'm going to put a road around it as well. So we'll put a road in there, and we'll wrap around there, and then we'll wrap around the barn as well. Yeah, like, actually, it's exactly the same size as the barn. That's perfect. Right, so that can go in there. So there is our final build being done. Now, we've got 2 builders. That's our current sort of level of builders. And I have had a few people asking me to increase the number of builders because we don't have, you know, we've only got the 2. And they do sometimes take a while to get going. I don't really think I need to. However, quite a few people are saying that we really should think about increasing the number of builders we got. We got a lot of kids around. I think we could do with some more space. Well, not some more space, some more people. Because if you take a look at our people at the moment, we've got to go in here and here. We've got 8 labourers. Yeah, we've only got 2 builders, but we've got loads of everything else. We need to make a brewer, because we do have down here, we've got a brewer being built right there, and there he is. He has now been built. So if I go into there and I do that, that will assign a brewer. Now, what I can do is I can select which crop we use for brewing with. So I'm actually going to... I don't think you can do all of them. I don't think you can just say, right, I didn't know you could do it with wheat. I didn't actually know you could do that. Though, well, I know you can get wheat beer, but I would have thought it would be barley. But actually, I don't think we have barley, do we? Anyway, that's besides the point. Cherry, I think, is the one that we want, because I think cherry is the one that is nearest to us. We've got pecans there, we've got walnuts, and there we have cherry. So I'm hoping that cherry can be used, and that will kind of be reserved for the beer, for the beer maker. And he has got in here, have we got any cherries in here? We've got no cherries in there. But what we can do is we can go into here. Now, we've got a trader has just turned up, and this person's got cattle and they've got chickens, neither of which are very good for us. But what you can do is you can select orders. Now, this guy, he only does those, so I don't actually want a custom order from that guy. We're going to wait for another one to turn up, and when you get these custom orders, there we go. He's now got, he's brewing. He's actually making. He's brewing some stuff. He's making us our very first alcohol. We're going to have cherry schnapps. That's what we're making. We've got 18% remaining in that quarry. That quarry we are going to do something with fairly soon. Then over here we've got 58%, and that one is maxed out with the coal. Coal is only limited to 200, but it's only the blacksmith that uses the coal. Coats over there are doing fine. Blacksmith, the tool limit, yeah, he's almost at the tool limit, so he's doing all right as well. We don't need to worry about him. I'm kind of wondering where I should go next in terms of expansion. You do have to be a little bit careful how you expand. We've got this one up here. This one's almost finished now. I'm actually going to speed the simulation time up to the full 10 times. Now, this one up here, we could actually do with expanding out a little bit and increasing our workforce, but I wanted to wait until we had a few more workers available to do that, and then I sort of thought, you know, we could expand out a little bit further. So I do need to reduce that down and then increase by 2 there, so I've got enough people here to come and work this field. And that one is the apple. That is the very last orchard that needs to be done. So they are going to come. They've got 2 people going to move into there and start working that one. And we've got another boat turned up. Now, this one's got plum seeds and corn seeds. And I go to orders here. Now, they do all of the different seeds. So you can order, if you're missing one and you don't want to just kind of wait for it to turn up randomly, you can do an order. You can like order them to bring in some different ones. But I'm not actually doing it with these because the reason being is I want to get a supply of cherries coming in. I want to have a permanent supply of cherries, so we're not just relying on the orchard over here. Now, food is currently maxed out at 40,000. So we've got 40,000 units of food right across the board, which means that we've got all of these are empty and all of this food in the fields is rotting. It's not doing anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the limit of food. And actually, if you click in there and you can just backspace out, I'm going to go up to 50,000 in there and then press enter. They should now just... They're going to put a little bit in. Most of that food has now been lost because the winter has started. Which is a bit of a shame, to be fair, but we have rescued a little bit of it. So we got some pears in there, we got some plums. So we got some of it coming in, which means that we should also get some cherries coming in as well. We've got another person coming in. They are sheep and cattle as well. Let's look at the orders there. Again, they're animals. So now that we got all the animals that we want, we're getting loads of animals come in. This is not very useful. So we got our chickens over here. 69 of 66. They'll kill a few off in a minute. And they're going to take them up there. I am wondering if maybe I should put a storage barn a little bit closer to this one. Although they haven't really got very far to go. They've only got to go up and down to here. And, yeah, one of those is full, but the other one isn't. That one's not. Where's this one gotten enoons and... Oh, he's got loads of chicken in it. There's loads of chicken going into that one. And the stone here is absolutely filled right to the brim. We've got 17% remaining on there. We'll harvest out a little bit more stone later on. So what do I want to do for expansion? Now, the cows are currently, they're doing just fine, but they're not actually doing like a great deal at the moment. So which animal do I want to expand? I'm actually thinking that we'll go for sheep first, because we can use the sheep to make the coats. We get a load of wool from the sheep, and you also get the mutton as well, so you're getting a sort of a good supply from them. And then the cows will be second because they provide us with the leather. So if we go into here, we're up to 129 people. So if we look in here, 17 laborers is plenty of laborers. So if I go into there and I increase that by 2, so that I've covered this one here, and I'm going to go sheep in there. So at the moment I've got nothing in here. So, but what you do is now that one is ready to accept sheep, you then go down to this field down here. You click on there and you go split. So all you do is you just click it. And half of the sheep will now leave there, and they will go somewhere where there is a place for the sheep to go. We've got someone there with a question mark. They are actually moving up here to this one. But if you look here closely, you can see the sheep wending their way across the countryside and heading towards their new pasture up here, which now has 12 of 25 sheep. That's how you expand your sheep flocks, or you expand any of your flocks. That's how you do it. So that one there is already starting to grow. We've got some lambs in there, and all of these, we've got the adult sheep here. They're moving in, and there we go. Everybody's happy. We've got more sheep on the map, and once the cows reach maximum capacity, we'll do the same with them, and we'll probably do the same with the chickens as well at some point. We're just not going to do it quite yet. So let's go back down here. Custom orders from this guy. Now, this guy can bring in all kinds of things. We've got peaches, onions, mutton, pecans, cabbage, cherries. I want to order cherries from this guy, and every visit, I want to order cherries. There. I'm not sure how you set up a permanent... auto purchase now. So now if I go auto purchase when merchant arrives, and I will auto purchase fruits. Does it just say fruits? It doesn't actually say move the item up. So I want to auto purchase in priority. This is how you do it. You can basically set. I've never actually done this before. I've never played one long enough that I've wanted to set this up. I'm actually going to just speed the simulation time down just in case he decides to run off on me. Right, so now the fruits are right at the top. And what I'll do is I'm going to order 500 fruit. So I'll auto purchase 500 fruit every time he turns up when the merchant arrives. And it doesn't actually say what you're going to purchase it with. It just says fruits. But I've got my order here for cherries also for every time when he turns up. So he'll get loads of cherries coming in every time, and that should be whenever the merchant arrives. And then trade. At the moment, we've got 2,000 apples. Wow. This merchant carries a lot of stuff. So let me go back to the purchase, and we'll actually auto-purchase. Number of items to automatically purchase. I think it will do it up to the maximum amount of food. And I don't think we need to order. Actually, you know what? Let's go for more. Let's be greedy on this one. We'll go 2,000 fruits every time that they arrive. So I'm going to just press enter on that one. And then if I go into the trade section, we got pears, potatoes, peaches, apples, plums, pecans, and onions. Roots, corn, and squash. We don't actually have the cherries that we want this time, which is a little bit of a shame. But that's okay. We can just let him go now. So if we look in here, that's about it. So he should auto-purchase fruits, and he will always bring cherries with him, no matter what. I think that's all you've got to do. I don't think you do anything else. I'm not going to dismiss him or anything like that, because I've never actually used that thing before. So let me just go back up to full 10 times speed, and they can go rushing off through. So we've got 17 of 18, 30 of 40. We could do with a bigger graveyard at some point soon. Most of this stuff is now sort of maxed out. So I think that I want to increase a few things. Now, we've got Evan the Miner was killed by a cave-in. We've got more people have just now decided to move in. We go to the nomads. 27 people want to move into our town. We've got 15 of them are now homeless. I'm going to build another boarding house to help deal with the influx of people, just as a temporary measure. And I'm going to put that one over here, like that. That one's going to go right there. I want to build some more houses so that they're ready for these farms over here. I've got some more traders have come in. They'll bring in all of that sort of stuff. And then this guy, nope, we don't want that. We're not going to worry about that. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to go here to houses, and we're going to build another line of houses down through here. Put one there, and one there. That'll do for now. So another 3 houses. That will help to deal with the population issues there. I want more logs. So actually, the logs are pretty good. We've got 709 logs there. I've got 1,280 logs altogether. If I look on here, the limit for logs is 4,000. So I've got 1 log producer over there. I could do with another log producer out this way. And really, I don't want to put it in there. I think that's sort of not really making good use of the space. If I look here and I go to the Forester's Lodge, if you look at that, a lot of that area is not going to be used. So really, I want to put it all the way out here, which is not, again, it's kind of not ideal because it's not like within range of a marketplace. So we've got a marketplace over here. So what I'm actually thinking is this area over here would be perfect for a Forester's Lodge, because I can drop this one down. I'm actually going to do a clean sweep of this area. I don't normally do this. I normally leave all the trees, but I think this time it's going to be alright. I'm going to do a clean sweep all the way down through and clear absolutely everything in that zone there. There's a huge chunk of stuff that I've just clean sweeped. And that's going to come out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tunnel through here. So this marketplace isn't going to quite reach out as far as I want. So I'm going to put some more houses in here. And then these houses are going to actually supply... Well, I say supply. These houses are going to be the ones that will go out to the Forester's Lodge. I'm going to put that one up like that. Put the back to the other house there. And I'm just going to go up like that. And then I'm going to put a road in front of them along here, like that. One thing I will be doing soon is I will be increasing the... I will be starting to put down stone roads everywhere. I would like to put stone roads everywhere. We've got loads of stone coming in. I've got a load of stone up here for our clean sweep as well. We can't actually get across this bit. I'm going to build a bridge across there now. And we're going to go with just a little simple wooden bridge to get across this bit. It'll go right there like that. And I'll take a road off of there as well. And that can go straight back down onto there like that. And then we're going to build a storage yard. And if I put the storage yard here, it's going to be sort of reasonably close to this area down here. We're going to get some more woodcutters coming on down here. So if I go into there, and then I go to that is the storage yard, like that. Stockpile is too large. You can do a 10 by 10 as the maximum size stockpile. So I can build a stockpile there, and then I can build another stockpile next to it, which can be a 7 by 10 maximum. So I'm going to put that one there like that. And I'm going to take a road to go around the other side of it, like this. I don't think I can actually come all the way through. No, I can't. So I can go as far as there. So I've got a little bit of storage yard there. That's going to help the people with clearing everything back. But if I look now at my jobs, I got 20 laborers. I can assign a third builder. I'm going to go for 3 builders. The extravagance of this is just phenomenal. I don't normally do this. This guy here has got cherries. We've got firewood. No, he hasn't got cherries. He has brought bean seeds. Let's go to our orders, and he'll bring us food. So you can do this. You can set it up so you get several traders bringing in your whole load of food all the time on a sort of continual basis. I am going to up here, just so that we don't sort of start to run out or run low on anything like that. Go to these, to the various services. I'm going to build a blacksmith here in the town. And that one's going to go right there. And I'm also going to build a tailor as well. And I'm going to put that one gap aside so that I've got room to go in behind. And the reason I'm building those two is because I don't want... Now, what's he got? Inventory. He hasn't brought anything in for me. Nothing that I want. Yeah, the reason that I'm putting extra ones up there is because I don't want to risk running out of clothing and tools if we suddenly need a whole load more than we're currently able to produce. The schoolhouse here has got 14 students. We've got 20 students altogether. We've got 38 children. Children are quite high. We've got a lot of children coming in, but that is partly because, I mean, we've got 23 laborers now. So we've got a lot of people going through. We may have to build another school. We've got that building up there. I've got let me just check on the church down here. This one is 196 members, so we could do with building another church. That one, we're actually going to build a church over here, not far from the cattle. And we'll set that one building as well. If I go into there, onto the chapel. And that one, actually, I'm going to put the chapel that way. It's not going to take up quite so much space. And that's going to sort of cater to a lot more people. I've got 6 of 28 graves being used there. I'm going to build another graveyard, I think, because we've got... I mean, that's pretty full. That is... They do kind of recycle the land after a while, but it's still pretty full. So we want to seriously consider doing something different there. We've got our forester down here is working away diligently. That one's doing just fine. I've got a woodcutter there. Now, what I don't have is a lot of storage yard near these, and you could really do with a lot of storage yard near those. Now, that one comes out there, so I could build another storage yard over here, and that will then cater to yet more logs and cut firewood and stuff like that. So I'm going to build that one as big as I can, right in behind there. Go like that. And do a 10 by 10 stockpile right there, so that will allow us to get some more of these going. The marketplace there is covering those houses. I'm going to build some more houses on this side, because if I do that, then our woodcutters, they don't have too far to go. How far can I can actually build it. I can build a house over there. It's about it for houses, so that they're still within range of a market. It would be better, I think, if I put the houses over here. So let me rotate those like that. And I'll put one there. I can't put one there, but I can put a house there. Nope, that's it. Okay, so 2 more houses. That's a good start. We'll let this one be built. Take that one off of pause. There. And right, those... Well, food is now maxed out again. So, I mean, food production is not a problem in the slightest. We've got no issues whatsoever with food production. We do have a whole load of stuff going on out here, as another trader turned up. We don't have custom orders from him. I'm not too concerned about custom orders at the moment. I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to go remove all resources across this again, because I want to get rid of all of that. Just because that's like a load of roots and stuff like that. Now I'll go back onto there, and we want to get our tunnel. I wanted a tunnel to go in under here. That was kind of one of the things that I wanted to do. I can start it from there, and that's going to go through the middle of the town. That's a big tunnel, that is. 180 stone that is going to require. But I can build that one there, and then I can take Stone Road as well, and I'm going to build Stone Road down to there. And I'm going to build Stone Road over to here. The Stone Road is going to be built around the markets a little bit, just to aid them a little bit. And I go from there over to the storage barns as well. These two need people working in them. So if I go like that, and I go like that, that will have people working in those as well. I can take a stone road from here, and I'm going to put that one through the existing road that we have, which is like that, and up to this point, and up there. Right, so there's a load of stone road going in up there. Basically, all this stone road is it enables people to walk faster, and by putting this in, it means that the people from the marketplaces can go a lot faster to reach all the different areas of the market. So I can put that down like that, and I can put that one right across there. It's going to speed them all up. It does take the builders a little while to actually construct it all, because we are going to be using up our reserves of stone doing this. However, ultimately, I think it will be worth it, because they can move considerably faster when you have all stone roads going everywhere. And it's something that I do like to do eventually, and I think that we've now got a point where we've got so much stone that we can afford to do this. Stone is expensive. You do have to sort of use up quite a lot of resources getting the stone, but as we've got all the stone here, we can just go for it, I think. So if I increase that by 1, I've then got another woodcutter working, and I've got a yard there and a yard there. That should aid with keeping all of these in stone and resources. So we got people moving into our houses. We got nobody in that boarding house and nobody in that one. So all of our houses are currently occupied. We've got, let me just go through and see how we're doing with our work. 16 laborers. So the number of laborers has dropped down a little bit. I got 3 traders, 4 vendors. So I got 2 vendors in each of these. That one's already at max. I'm going to increase the clothing number up to 450. And the same with the tools as well. That's going to go up to 450. I don't want him making iron tools. He needs to make steel tools. And that one there, I don't want them making hide tools. They want to be making warm clothes, rather. They want to be making warm tools, clothing. And he needs a person to look after them, to shepherd the flock. Right. We've got 22 sheep up there. And down here, we've got 24 of 25 sheep down here. Now that I've cleared all of this area of every single resource, I'm going to do the same in that area there. I'm going to do another burst of clearing up. A lot of it is currently being used. But no, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple more foresters' lodges. I'm not going to worry about the... actually, I think just one would probably be enough. I can put one forester's lodge in there that's going to take up most of this area. And the employee for it is actually going to be back in the town. Oop. I didn't want to do that. I hate doing that. So if I put that one there, that's sort of maximizing what I can do with... I'm going to use stone road. All new construction from here on in is going to be stone roads. So I'll put that one to there. Yeah, it'll maximize... If I have the house over here... They do have a little way to go to get to work, but they've got the marketplace right there. It's probably the best way to do this. I mean, I can later on get a quarry, and I can dump a quarry in here, and that'll basically level that area out for us, which is quite a handy little trick with that mob that I use. Let me just look in there. He doesn't have a repeatable order. Have we got anything coming in yet? Any cherries? I don't actually know if we've got, like, loads of cherries coming into the system yet or not. I think I need to straighten up. Is kind of like that, is it? Not even close. There, that's straight. Ish. It's still not quite straight. I want it to be straight. Right, he's got 9 cherries. The alcohol limit is 500. So what's going on here? Materials required to perform the work are not available. I need cherries for this guy to work. It's the only thing that I can do is have cherries. They don't have cherries available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up auto purchase more cherries. I'll get a couple more of them, bringing in 2,000 cherries at once. Hopefully that'll be enough. Or I could build some more brewer. If I build... Actually, I'm going to build another brewer up here. That'll be a good start, I think. Let's go into there. If I go to brewer. So if I build a brewer up there, that's within range of the marketplace and everything else. And this guy is going to build... If I go like that. He's going to use the apples. He's going to use apples from there. I think this is a good way forward, actually. Food is maxed out, so we got no worries about food. Logs at the moment are not quite maxed out. Now, these here, these take 4, so I'm going to increase this number now by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that I've got 4 workers on that site. And if I go over to this site over here, I've got 3 on there. And I should have 4 of them altogether. I've got 3 up there. I've got 3 down here, so that makes 6. I've got 1 all the way over this side, over here. And that's another 3 there. Loads of logs coming out of this one. And then I've got the one over near my main farm. My main area. Got that one in there as well. He's got 3. So I've got 4 of them at 3 apiece, which makes 12. And then this one last one over here is another 4 workers altogether. And that one makes up the last of it. So what I don't have is a road coming off of there down to this storage yard. I think that would be the place for them to go to store the logs. Otherwise, they'll be going up to that one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It'd be better if they came and stored them over here. So if I take the roads again, and we'll go stone road. We'll replace the stone road down there. I don't want it to go that way. I'll go like that. You know what I could just do? Straight across to there, and then straight on. I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. Put that one down. That one won't go any further that way. Actually, I've got a road across there, haven't I? That's going to the southern side of it. I don't really want to go to the south side of it. So let's go from here. We'll go with the stone bridge. The stone bridge, for those of you who have not seen a stone, curious where I got it from, that's actually another mod. Rather than anything else. It is just a mod. Put that one on there, and then I go from there out to where the stone bridge is going to be, and then I go between the 2 stone bridges, and then out this side. Like that. That one can come down there like that. Right. So that will go all the way across there, and it's stone bridges. Stone bridges are a mod as well, a bit like the quarries. There's nothing in the actual base game to set up something like that, which is a bit of a shame, because I think it would be really cool if you could have that. Right, we're going to give him cherries every visit, and I'll go purchase... where are they? Fruit. On here. And I will purchase 5,000 fruit from this person. And when merchant arrives, purchase 5,000 fruit. So I think that's how... I don't think you need to do anything else. So I've set 5,000 on that one, and I've set the other one for something else. Now if I go into here, I can go purchase when merchant... Oh, auto purchase when merchant arrives. Fruits. So that's going to do it. That's going to do it with every fruit. Rather than any fruit, that will do it with every time a merchant arrives, we're going to get a big stack of fruit being purchased. I'm not sure that's a good idea. We'll see. We'll find out in a minute. We'll see what happens when this one turns up here. Has he already has he purchased anything? He hasn't purchased anything there, but then he doesn't have anything to purchase anyway, doesn't it? Well, not that we want. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see how that works. It could be quite interesting. We want another brewer to go in there, and that guy is going to be using the apples to make his ale, so we can do that. Let's just check on our numbers a minute. 19 laborers working hard. Now, these guys here are going to plant loads of trees across this area. They won't actually be producing any logs for a little while. Eventually they will. They're just not going to be doing it yet. Now you can see that the builders are slowly producing stone roads. You can see there, we've got a cobblestone stone road going up through there. It takes them a while to actually get it into place. So we've got all of this is like roads have been planned. Roads have been ordered, and they haven't actually built them yet. So they're still building here. I'm not even sure where they are. I can't locate them. Now you can see my mouse is working great still. The Logitech G403 that I'm still trying to get a replacement for. I will keep, obviously, I'll keep you updated on that because it is affecting the game. It's affecting how I can play because I can't scroll out properly, which is very, very frustrating. So if anybody from Logitech is watching, as I've said in other videos, you want to get your finger out and replace this because it's starting to give you a bad name. Right, oh, we got some... Oh no, no traders going through yet. And graveyards are doing okay. These got 199 members in this church here. So we got loads and loads of houses down this side. 47,000 food. We got another trader turning up. Are they going to go to this one? Nope, they're going into this one here. So we go to inventory here. No, they're chicken and cattle. So we don't want that one. I'm curious what's going to happen with it. Our stone levels are slowly dropping a bit. No, that's iron. Stone, 507 now. So stone is definitely dropping. The level of stone that we've got overall is slowly reducing. Cattle over there, 20 of 20, and they've got nowhere to put any food. So it's that's maxed out. This is kind of maxed out over here as well. We've got 5% remaining on there. We got 5 employees working on it. And... our labourers, our builders, they're still building, slowly. Now, what I wanted to do was actually wanted to move the quarry so that it takes in this area here, and I can do some more building over this side. I felt that that would be a better way of approaching things. So we'll let that one carry on there. Increasing the number of labourers working in the quarries doesn't seem to make a vast difference like that. But if I take this quarry here, I can turn it round... and that's where it needs to go there. That's essentially where it's got to go, like that. I can't go over further there. I can go like that there. And move forward a bit. That's where it's got to go. It's got to go right there. That is going to be the optimal spot for the quarry. So I'm going to clear that road a minute. Let me just wet my whistle as well. I need a drink. Right, let me just, what did I want to do? I wanted to remove the roads, so remove resources, remove roads here. So if I can remove that road just back to that corner like that. Once that's been removed by the builders, we've also got, this one has turned up, and they've got seeds. We don't want seeds! You can go. Someone has died. Physician died during childbirth. That's rough, that is. That's rough. Our only physician... that we've got. The only physician that we've got died during childbirth. That's harsh. That is like serious, rough irony. That's bad. That's really bad. Right. That one's just got to come over one spot like that, and then I need to move forward until I got no red spaces on there, and boom. There we go. There's a new quarry going down on there. And I also want to get a road to go in front of our new quarry, which is going to go right there like that. There is the edge of the quarry. I'm going to put a stone road on a quarry like that, and a stone road going up there as well. Right, so the quarry is building. People have cleared everything out the way. Oh, they're bringing in the logs and stuff that we need for it now, and then the second quarry will be built. So the builders will come along and do that. We've got 4% remaining in this one. I'm not going to assign anybody to work in the new quarry until this one here has been completely emptied out. Once this one has been completely emptied out, then we can move them into that one. This area will then become open. What you can do, you could actually kind of like cheat, and you could level all of the mountains. Because this mod actually flattens out all the mountains, it's kind of a cheat. And I've deliberately not done it like that, but I could just keep putting down loads of quarries and taking them up again and just flatten off all of these mountains all over the place. And it wouldn't sort of hurt anything. It wouldn't get in the way. We did use it a little bit to sort of get through this area here, which I'm not sorry that I did. I don't regret my decision there. I am going to lower the numbers down here like this, so that we got nobody working here, and all the workers are over in this one. We got more nomads want to turn up. 24 nomads. Yes, we will allow you access to our town. We may need to start increasing the amount of food that we're producing, though. Because if you look here now, there's my timer going off to say that we do need to be very careful. We got 41 labourers. I'm actually going to increase the number of labourers now. Total number of jobs available in his profession. I've got 4 people now that I've assigned to it. How do you increase the number there? There shouldn't be 0 on there. I've got loads of building that still needs to be done on like the footpaths and stuff. They should be okay. So yeah, we had 41 people there. We've got a load of people in the boarding houses at the moment, so we're going to need to take care of that as well. Which does actually mean that I can increase the number of people that I got working in the quarry. So I'm going to increase that up to 10. This one over here has got 1. I can't lower that down any further. But I can actually have 10 people working in there. Now, what have we got over here? This one has cherry seeds. Purchase. Oh, this is not an auto purchase. This one here, though. Nope, that one's not working either. I'm going to go on to this one, and I'm going to set a auto purchase when merchant arrives. And we'll go for fruit. Right in there. I'm determined to get this to work somewhere. So if I go for 5,000 fruit auto purchase. And this merchant here, they can bring cherries in as well. And every visit, you can bring cherries. There we go. So that person's going to start bringing some stuff in. This one over here doesn't have anything except seeds. We don't want to do any trading with them. They can go. They can leave. And what else have we got? So we just need to keep an eye out. Our graveyard, I think we could actually do with upping our graveyard very soon. 1% remaining on there, and then that one will be expired, and we can go and build... Well, we could actually build another new one. I can build another quarry over here. I was talking about building quarries up here and leveling some of this zone so that we can do some more building there. Our foresters up here are still planting like crazy. They haven't actually produced anything yet, but they will eventually produce something. It's just not going to happen yet. And I'm looking around and I'm trying to decide what I want to build next. I do want to build some more stuff, but I don't really know what I should be building. Now, if I go there, I've got those houses there. I could build some more houses here, and I can stick another forester out on that. Actually, I'm going to do that. We're going to build another forester out there, because kind of you do want to increase the number of houses you got. So, I mean, I'm going to build like a load of extra houses here now to help house some of the nomads that we've got. So I'm just going to come out up like that and build some extra houses. Put you there like that. And then if I go into the roads and I build one there, that'll go into that marketplace. So I've got some extra housing there. I just don't really have a lot of things for them to do anymore. Warm coats and wool coats. We're not going to worry about that. We've got 9 people at the moment who are... What's wrong with you? Say, these citizens are without jobs. Oh, it's because this one has now expired. This one is empty. Completely dead. So I need to go into here, and I want to increase that to 10 so that they've all got some gainful employment. So they can go into there. This one here, I can now destroy. And I don't... Unfortunately, there isn't a button in there. You've actually got to go down here. You've got to go to that one, and you've got to go to remove roads. You've got to go that one there. Remove. Let's just do it like that. There will now start destroying, taking apart this structure completely. 0 storage remaining. The builders will turn up and they will flatten that place completely for us. Well, once they get here. They're busy building houses over here at the moment. And they're doing an excellent job as well. They'll soon have those houses knocked up, so that we've got a load of extra housing. One thing that we do have, though, is we've got 18 students there. We've got 37 students altogether. I got a schoolhouse there with 19. We got too many students. We're going to have a unemployable workforce fairly soon. We're going to have a load of people who are not able to read and write properly, which is not what we want. I just want to see this being demolished here, because I'm going to stick another schoolhouse down here. This is going to be one area that I do want another schoolhouse. This one services schoolhouse in there. Got a nice flat area here that I can build some more stuff. I can't build it in there, but I might be able to squeeze it back in here. I did have one there previously, didn't I? And then I got rid of it, and I don't actually remember what my reason was. But I'm building another one there now. And I'm going to build... I'm going to stick another schoolhouse in here because... Actually, I can't fit it in there. That's a shame. That would have been the perfect spot for a schoolhouse. It really would. Okay, we can put one there, though. We can fit one in there, right in that corner. Yeah, if we've got a couple of spare schoolhouses, it's going to work out quite nicely because we'll have, I can increase that up to 4, so we've got 2 extra teachers. As we build more houses, those teachers will sort of work out just fine. It'll be good. Now, what do you got? What do you got? Trade. Cherries! 35,000 cherries on board. Our inventory here, cherries is... Oh, yeah, we got 4,000 cherries. We bought 4,000 cherries. They came along and they bought 4,000 cherries. That was like what exactly what we asked them to do. Fruits, 5,000. That's fantastic. Okay, so we've bought cherries, and they've obviously started moving them away. If I go into here, he's got some cherries available there. Cherries are available there. We've got a storage barn over here. They don't have cherries there. But yeah, so it's working. We're getting cherries being bought. I mean, we do want a bit more than just cherries being bought, obviously. What do we got there? They are citizens without jobs. That's one of the people in the schoolhouses. We got plenty of coats. There is the next schoolhouse. The schoolhouses are being built very, very quickly. They're very efficient, our new teachers. And we got one there. So that one's got 3 students. This school over here has got 18. We've got 40 students in total. And that one has now started up. So we've got 18 now in there. We didn't actually quite get over 40 students, did we? So it got very close, but we didn't quite get... These trees still aren't quite ready. But that one is working hard, and they will be ready soon. With all of these logs around, we can afford to make some more of these. We've got fuel limit currently of 10,000. And, I mean, we're using 5,000 of that limit. Now, our forester's area is that area there. So, we can actually afford to build another one of these just in here. Another woodcutter. Who have we got here? Stonecutter crushed by a rock. And... so I'm going to go into there, and I'm going to go to woodcutter there. And I'm going to put one right there like that. So that they are close by, and they can deposit some logs there. Now, these up here, they've got their various different things there. They've got that one there, but then the actual woodcutters, they've got the foresters, they've got a fair bit further to go. So I'm thinking it would be a good idea if we were to put a road across here. If we can put a road across there, it'll basically mean that they are... yeah, that road's not straight, though, is it? I want a straight road. Right, let's forget that. Let's, if I cancel that a minute. If I go in a straight line from there, out across there, they'll go out and they'll go down to there. But if I bring the road... I've put this one in the wrong place, really. I'm going to have to do... no, I'm not, because I can just go in a straight line like that. If I go straight out there, I'll put this one straight up through here, so that one is also stone roads. Go and check these out. Have we traded? We have done no trading. I don't think they've got any fruit. Nope, that's okay. It doesn't matter if they don't have fruit. We're still at maximum food, and we're not sort of using up our surplus food, which is good. So we'll have this woodcutter will move in very shortly. Actually, I'm going to... no, that's builders on there. Let's go to the woodcutter. I'll increase that to 5. So then when this one finishes... so, yeah, the timber from there should now be coming up this road, and they'll be depositing it in here. We've got... you can see all of this. This is wood from the woodcutter. This guy has been putting it down here, and then these have been putting it into that one and into that one. So it's ready for the traders there. We will eventually put a whole load more traders up through here. So I'm not going to build anything else along there. That's going to be reserved for traders, because they'll start bringing in food. Which means we won't have to rely on growing our own food quite so much. What we want to rely on is woodcutters. What you can do is you can literally cover the entire map with nothing but woodcutters, houses, markets, storage barns, and schoolhouses. Oh, you want your schoolhouse, and you also want the odd church and the graveyard and stuff. But you don't actually need to have any farms, any foresters, anything providing any food of any kind or processing any food. You can buy everything in. You can buy in all the tools. You can buy in all the clothing. You just kind of need the physicians and stuff like that. And I've seen a huge map covered with houses. It looks quite impressive, actually. Everything covered in just houses. It's just houses and houses and houses and markets and storage barns everywhere. It looks really good. It does take a while to build up to that. And I think that's kind of what we're going to aim for on here. I can't really see that it's going to benefit us to keep starting new maps. I'll kind of work this for a little while. We're not going to play this game forever, obviously, because we're sort of pushing the extent of what the gameplay now has to offer. So really, it's just kind of to get a little bit inventive with a couple of things that we can do. That's a lot better. That's a lot straighter. A little bit inventive with a few different things that we can try as we play the game. But generally, we've explored most of what this game now has to offer. I can expand it. I can actually expand the cattle if I wanted to. No, but the one thing I wanted to do, I'm going to do this just before I go, actually, is we're going to build another area up there. So my map, well, my marketplace goes up as far as this place, this point here. So if I go onto there and roads there. Who's this stonecutter crushed by a rock? The stonecutters don't have... It's a very dangerous job, to be fair. Doing that old stone cutting stuff it's a very dangerous job. I'm going to put stone road there, and stone road is going to come back around like that. All the way around there. Okay, so that's all stone roads there. And then we can build some houses up here. Now, I just want to double check. Right, so the houses can go as far as that line there. So it'd actually be better if I just build a line of houses along here, I think. And I'll rotate that round. There. I'm going to build a whole line of them along here, so there's plenty of houses, like that. And then we want to build our next forester up here. So I will go to there, and I will go to Forester's Lodge. And I don't want it overlapping with that one, so this one goes as far as that point there. So I'm going to get the next one to go roughly in line with that, which is going to be about there, I think. So if I... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do that. I want to do that. Rotate it round. Just sort of put it like that. So it's just kind of borderline on it. There we go. And then I'm going to put in an order for my diligent workforce to come along. We've got lots of them. And they are going to remove everything. Which is the everything? Remove resources is that one. I'm going to go from this point over to here. If you go over the orchard, it doesn't actually remove everything now. It used to, but it doesn't anymore. And remove all of the resources from that area. Now, there is some resources marked across this river. They won't do that unless I build a bridge across the river. We've got a road coming down here, so I'm actually going to build a bridge across this river. I'm going to put one in to be built. I'm going to go right across there with a little stone bridge right across there. And then they can get across the river to that other area. So we've set all of that. Now, we've got all of these things being ripped down, and we've got nowhere to put it. So I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to very, very quickly, from that area there, do a 10 by 10 stockpile right in that corner there. I'm going to leave a line for a road to come up in between that stockpile, which is there. I can't actually go right through where the stockpile is going to be. I think it's because of the stuff that's being built on the stockpile. But if I go like that and then move that one over a bit, I can just build the road up there for now. And we can stop there, and then I can wait until all of that has been removed. So I've got this stockpile being built, and then once the stockpile is built and all of this other stuff, because they're going to fill this one up pretty rapidly. And I want to get another stockpile being built as well, which I'm going to put next to this barn down here. I'm going to put that as big out as I can. That's 8 by 10. See, 11 is too big, so I'm going to do an 8 by 10 in there. So that one will be built up, and I'm going to build... I don't know if I should build another stockpile or not. We got a lot of stuff going on over here. 191 people. We've got 41 students now, so we're glad that we built those extras. We've got 57 labourers. Food is still at 50,000. You've got to watch the food. This is really crucial now. We got so many people. You've really, really got to watch the food. Now, we don't have disasters. I've said this before. I've said this several times now. We don't have disasters enabled. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4 foresters working in there. Because I don't have disasters enabled, I don't need to worry about the people suddenly starving to death, because they can do that. That can happen, and you get it really is a disaster. Everybody just dies instantly because you get this disease come through and it wipes out half your town, and yeah, it's not fun. I could, to sort of expand out on the gameplay, obviously, I could do some more stuff with that. And, you know, it does kind of add an extra depth to the gameplay. But personally, I really don't enjoy having disasters. It's not something I like with this game. I think they're a little bit too extreme. You get, you know, it's everything is going absolutely wonderful. It's all going swimmingly, and then suddenly a disaster strikes, and you lose absolutely everything. It just it doesn't give you any warning. It's not like gentle or slow or anything like that. It just boom, and everything can die, and your entire town can just curl up and die. To me, I don't like that. And yes, like I said, it would add an extra element of gameplay that we could put into the game if we wanted to. However, I'm going to choose this time to leave it out. Maybe we'll do it in another game. But, I mean, I know that there are several of you who've been watching the series and have been that impressed with the game that you've gone and bought the game for yourself. So, by all means, try the disasters. But I found them to just be too excessive. They're just too harsh. There's too much. It doesn't seem right that it's that easy for everybody to suddenly die. That is the aspect of it that I'm not particularly fond of. These are now harvesting trees. They've now got to the point where they can take the trees down, which means that they're going to start putting them into that stockpile down there, which is going to be ready for these guys over here. They've got a little distance that they do have to go at the moment in order to get logs. All the way over there, mostly. But, well, there is some logs down here as well. So, we will sort of keep an eye on that. Now, all of these little bits that have been, I've tagged them for destruction. I think some of these are actually trees that these foresters have gone out and planted, which is probably not going to please them a great deal, is it? Now, if I go there like that, and I'll build now a road around the outside of that one, and then I actually want to go in a straight line down here like this. That one there, the front of it is the tower. So, I want to just put the road to the front of that tower, like that, and then out to the side there like that. So then they will go from there, and they will go to that point there. I could actually put another one here, so it's a little bit closer to them, but there's not a lot in that, really. There's not a lot in it, and they are walking past here to get to their house anyway, so I think that's probably going to be okay. So we've got, that's the line on that one, and then this is the line on that one. So there's that little area there in between that doesn't have a Forester's Lodge assigned to it. That's fine. And you can see now that this bridge has been built, these people are actually now coming out to the side, and they're moving up and getting this little area here. But it's impressive, the speed that they just went through then, and they did everything. We got 200 people in town. 37 nomads want to come into town. We're going to allow it. We're going to do it. We're going to allow them access to our town, and we're probably going to regret this, because this is how you can actually kill your own population very rapidly, by allowing nomads access to your town. They do bring in, if you've got disasters on, they tend to bring in diseases, which is never a good thing. If you don't have disasters turned on, however, they don't necessarily bring in diseases, but they will bring in other they can bring in other problems. Has this one got any fruit on them? They got pecan. Have they got 1,000 cherries? Inventory here. I don't actually have a... Yes, I do. I've got 2,000 count here for purchase of fruit. I'm going to change that up to 5,000 fruit. There we go. That one will auto-purchase 5,000 fruit every time they come in. And we should have some more auto-purchasing as well. So we've got all of these houses are now starting to be filled up. We've got all these nomads moving in. And all of the houses are starting to stuff themselves full as well. I do want to keep the houses within range of the markets, but we've got a nice little area here. I'm actually going to use the quarry cheat, and I'm going to just level out another area here so that I can... Well, actually, I might just do that area there first and put in a load of extra houses so that I've got a load more people. The problem is that the more houses you get, most of these people are laborers. And all of the areas that have actually, all of the places that have got workers, the workers are assigned. But you can see the food now is now dropped down to like 45,000. I've got fruit auto buying, but once the season ends, we will then get like all of these animals. These houses, these barns are going to suddenly fill up, right? We're going to have a serious issue where all of the barns are going to fill up. The marketplace is 76% full there. This marketplace down here, I reckon, is probably... That's 76% full as well. We've got these barns all over here. Some of these are completely full. Some of them are empty. So the marketplace is slowly getting through them. So you can see that everything is being used. And we've just got to keep an eye on it, that's all. So now we've had all these extra nomads come in. But anyway, next time we're going to level out this area here. And I'll probably try and level this area as well using the quarry thing. And then we'll put in a load more house. Ooh! An outbreak of influenza has occurred. Now, this slows it down. This is actually a disaster. Where this outbreak has occurred, I don't really know. It's not saying. But we've got a hospital. We do have a hospital. The person is in the hospital. If I go, the citizens with diseases. Now, you go there. This person here is currently with the disease. Influenza. And they should hopefully go back over to the hospital, but because I don't have the disasters, it's not going to kill them all. And that's kind of the point that I'm making with it, is we don't have to really panic because we don't have all these disasters turned on, which does make life a little bit easier for us. But anyway, that is all I've got time for. So if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.